Good evening, Central Michigan Chippewa hockey fans. Welcome to the third game of the season and the first of this three-game series between the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles and your Central Michigan Chippewas. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the stream. My name is Devin Sarah on the call for My apologies for the technical difficulties, everybody, but welcome back to Central Michigan Hockey here live on the Chippewa Club Hockey Network. My name is Devin Sarah here on the call for today's game as the Chippewas take on the Florida Gulf Coast University Soaring Eagles. Hello, everybody. Devin Sarah on the call here for live from Mount Pleasant for this second game of the three-game series for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. The only game this weekend for your Central Michigan Chippewas as they look to stay red hot after a dominating performance against the Davenport Panthers the last two weeks ago during that weekend series. Face-off is just about 25 minutes away as both teams are out here for pregame warm-ups right now. Notable players out here for the warm-ups. Brendan Martin, the captain, coming back for his sixth season with this Central Michigan Hockey Club. He's looking to keep his point streak going as he had a couple of points against Davenport those last couple games. And Central out there for the Chippewas. Again, Charlie Hayes looking to keep his point streak alive as well. He's coming into this game with a 5-game point streak leading back to last season at Nationals as well as the regular season. We'll be back just in a moment for the start of pregame ceremonies as you're listening live to the Chippewa Club Hockey Radio Network here at the Martin Ice Arena here on CCHN. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Central Michigan Chippewa Club Hockey Network here live on CCHN YouTube here. I'm Devin Sarah on the call for today's game as Central Michigan takes on Florida Gulf Coast in today's ACHA matchup. The Florida Gulf Coast Eagles are playing their second game of a 3-game weekend series for them as they look to take their Michigan road trip by storm. Last night they played the Grand Valley State University Lakers and won in a close matchup 6-4, winning by a large margin in the third period, scoring 4 unanswered goals to take the lead of the Lakers, handing them their first loss of the season. As for Central Michigan, they're coming off a very hot start against the Davenport Panthers, in which they put up 15 combined goals in 2 games, one of those including a 5-0 shutout coming courtesy of backup goaltender Colin Smith. For Central Michigan, we'll look at some of the key players coming into their matchup today. Owen Campbell, the freshman from Jackson, Michigan, leads the team in points in the first 2 games against Davenport, putting up 11 goals and 4 assists in 7 games played at his alma mater, Jackson Limit Christi High School. He is one of the talented group of freshmen making an impact right away on this forecheck, and he hopes to keep his season streak going. As for the other freshman on this team who's already making a star impact, Isaac Gibbs, the freshman from Novi, Michigan, leads the freshman in all goals to start the season. Played at the same high school as Captain Brendan Martin at Novi High School in Jay Nadeau. He loves to have the puck on his stick and creates high percentage shots, and he's also a natural leader for that freshman group. He also led Novi to their first regional title in nearly half a decade. Finally, wrapping up our key players for Central is Brendan Martin, the senior captain from Novi, Michigan, coming back for his 6th and final eligible year of ACHA hockey. Brendan is a rock-solid defenseman and a true leader of this Chippewa group. Martin is great in his own end and loves to lay the body, and he has a bit of an offensive touch as well that Central is going to need if they want to make their way back to nationals this season. If you get Martin riled up, you need to watch out. He has a bit of a mean streak. Brendan has been a staple for CMU's D-Corps for a while now, and he hopes to sign a contract to play for Europe after college. As for the visitors, the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles. This team coming into this game with a record of 1-0, as I mentioned earlier, made the ACHA National Tournament last year as well as 2019, but lost all 3 games of that national tournament in 2021. Those losses coming from Adrian College, who beat them in a 5-1 rout, as well as Hope College, who were the eventual national champions of that national tournament, and the Missouri State Bears. So, Florida Gulf Coast comes into this season with a brand new roster, a younger group that looks to define their way in an independent conference that seems to give the Eagles a hard time finally scheduling for. They were a former member of the SCHC, or the Southern Collegiate Hockey Conference. That league folded and headed off to the CHF, or the College Hockey Federation, at the beginning of 2020 during the pandemic year. And they look to dominate and come back in a year that they look to hopefully make their way back to nationals for the 2nd year in a row. And it'd be hard to not mention in this broadcast today the last year of events. Last year, the Chippewas only played 8 regular season games to barely qualify for that national tournament. And a COVID-shortened year, it was difficult to see fans. Now, we enter back to a normal, full slate of Central Michigan hockey. You'll see these Chippewas play in 28 regular season games, home and away, and that will feature all broadcasts live here on CCHN all season long. We're just getting ready, set for puck drop. We'll come back just before that to go over our coach's show and talk to the new coach of the Chippewas, Tyler Cataline, and get his input on what the keys for today's game will be, as well as our keys of the game for Central and these Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. You're listening live from Martin Ice Arena here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, to the Chippewa Club Hockey Radio Network. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a moment. We welcome you back in live from the Martin Ice Arena here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan for the third game of the series for the Central Michigan Chippewas facing today these Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles. Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We're just about 10 minutes away from puck drop here at Martin Ice Arena. We want to go over a little bit about what we're looking for in this game regarding Central Michigan hockey, as well as what's looking forward to on this year's schedule, so you can stay up to date on all things CMU hockey for this season. So, starting with Central Michigan stats leader. So, leading in goals right now is the freshman Isaac Gibbs. He leads 2 goals right now in this last game against Davenport in a series. He scored almost a hat trick in the second game against them in what was a 10-1 rout. Jordan Cooper also has 2 goals, as well as Brendan Martin and Hayden Flynn to start the year. Leading in assists right now is Owen Campbell, the freshman from Jackson Louis Christie. Christopher Martin also has the second most assists with 3 assists on the year. Keelan Baker starts with 2 assists for that. Leading in points is Owen Campbell, Isaac Gibbs, and Christopher Martin with 5 and 4 points apiece. Leading in penalty minutes without coming to a surprise is the forward Austin Whaley, receiving a game misconduct penalty. Almost missed the game for this penalty that would lead over to the next contest for today, but unfortunately Whaley will look like he gets the start today for Central. As for unfortunately the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles, we do not have any stat updates for you at the moment, but we will be receiving those hopefully later in this contest. As I mentioned earlier last night, Florida Gulf Coast won their game 6-4 on the first of their 3-game road trip here in the great state of Michigan against Grand Valley. They will be taking on Central Michigan today, as well as Davenport tomorrow, where they head back to Grand Rapids to finish up their road trip. Central Michigan notably will play this team later in the season on January 21st and 22nd. That game will be in Florida Gulf Coast in Fort Myers, Florida, at the Hertz Arena, where this Florida Gulf Coast team plays their games during the regular season. So, we want to talk about some of the game keys that we're looking for CMU, and these will be repeated during the start of this match, so you won't have to worry about missing them later on. For Central, it's all about being disciplined in this game and eliminating unnecessary penalties. Central racked up a staggering 22 penalty minutes against Davenport in the last 2 contests, and they're hoping to limit that pressure for their forward group. They also struggled with this last year during their national tournament, sort of taking some chippy penalties and getting frustrated later in their end. So if they can stay disciplined, they'll have a better time of getting quality chances. As for their second key to the game, effectiveness on the power play. If CMU can get their man advantage going, it'll be huge for their offense. It's one thing that Coach Tyler Cataline prides his team on and wants this group to really shine as we head into later stages of the year. Finally, shuffle the lines quickly and get back on defense. For the first time in a while, this team will have a full 4-line deep roster with 3 pairs of defensemen and a starting goaltender that looks to shine in his final season at the helm for Chippewa. That being Thomas Rowe, who was a starter for Central Michigan last season and looks to take the helm in this game tonight. So, what about these Florida Gulf Coast Eagles? Well, coming into tonight, Florida Gulf Coast has half their roster renewed from the last season. They brought in a very young core group of forwards that are looking to take the helm. Notably, one of those forwards being Jordan Putnam, the 5'10 freshman from Esterly, Florida, played at Durant High last season and played on the 4th-ranked team in the state of Florida last season, that being the Durant Panthers. He was the number 3 ranked player in the state of Florida in goals scored last season and led Durant High in all scoring categories from 2019 to 2021. So, if you're Florida Gulf Coast, you're looking to get going with these fast, young skaters. I talked to their head coach of this team, Brian Myers early, also known as Bunky, assistant coach being John Elzinga, and general manager Isaac Berger of this team. And he said he's really excited to see what this new roster will do. As I previously mentioned, they're coming in with a lot of speed and a lot of new talent and new swagger that this team lacked in the national tournament. As I mentioned, they lacked goal scoring, only got about 3 goals total in all of the national tournament last season. That is measly against what was some of the top competition. And for a team that's independent in the southern belt of this ACHA conference, they're looking to find some sort of spark to get them back to nationals this year. They're only going to be with about 24 skaters on this road trip out of the 31 total brought on this year for this roster, and they're hoping to keep this group together and limit injuries throughout the year. Before we get into the pregame ceremonies, we'd like to send it over to Regan Cleaves, who caught up with head coach Tyler Cataline earlier about what he expects from this group going forward this season.
Welcome to the inaugural installment of the Coaches Show ahead of tonight's game against Florida Gulf Coast University. This is Regan Cleaves, and with me today is CMU's D3 coach, Tyler Cataline. Well, Tyler, this isn't your first stint with Central Michigan University. You were the head coach for a while back in the early years of the program, and then you left for Michigan State University, and then this year you decided to come back. What made you decide to come back and take the helm of CMU's D3 team?
I took 3 years off I took 4 years off after my last year, and I did 1 year at high school, and when I quit, it was because I was having a baby. My wife was pregnant at the time, so coming back, I knew some of the guys, 2 of the guys that came back, OC and Kaz. I've coached them since they were 8 years old, so that was a big part of me coming back, and seeing the talent that's on the team and how close the guys are, it was an easy fit for me.
Yeah, speaking of players, we got 2 returnees coming back from a couple of seasons ago that have been inserted into the lineup back from 2 weeks ago in the weekend series against Davenport. We got Jacob St. Andre and Ben Hrykkuk. They both played a good amount of games in their time here at Central Michigan. St. Andre had 72 games. He had 49 goals and 118 points. And for Ben Hrykkuk, he had 16 points with 6 goals in 54 games. What do you think these 2 players will add to the team as they return?
Jake's going to bring some goal scoring. He's a phenomenal, puck handler, knows the game. Ben, he brings, physical. He plays smart. He's going to be a good guy on PK. And I'm excited to have them back this year. The guys are excited, and they're two big additions for us this year.
And we're definitely excited to see them as the broadcast team. We're excited to see these 2 additions, and of course the entire team. And coming off of that Davenport series 2 weekends ago, you guys literally demolished them, combining for 15 goals against their 1. How do you continue that success against a fresh Florida Gulf Coast team this weekend?
We just got to keep the momentum going. We came out the first 2 games this year and scored 40 seconds into both games, and we never looked back after that. So I'm expecting a little different from Florida Gulf Coast today. They were at Nationals last year. They're a team that we're gonna have to go through to win Nationals this year. So we're we had a good week of practice, and hopefully we're prepared enough for them today.
Yeah, and speaking of Florida Gulf Coast, this weekend for them brings in a 3-game road trip in the great state of Michigan. Here they played Grand Valley State University last night. They play us today, and then they close out the weekend series in Michigan against Davenport. What are you expecting out of a team that's had to travel this far and is going to be trying to play 3 games this weekend?
Hopefully they're kind of worn out after playing Grand Valley. I know Grand Valley's a good team, and so is Florida. So hopefully we can start our season 3-0 against them, and get ready for the following weekend. So, but yeah, it's going to be a good test today. It's going to be one of our bigger games of the season.
Hey, good luck on that. Thanks for joining me, Coach. Well, that will just about do it for a Coach's Show today. We will be right back with the action of the first period, starting with the national anthems and starting lineups on the other side. You're listening to CMU D3 Hockey on CCHN.
All right, you heard right there from head coach of the Chippewas, Tyler Cataline there, with our own Regan Cleaves. We are getting ready for this matchup here, ACHA matchup between the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles and Central Michigan Chippewas. As we get set here, out here, the starting lineups for your Chippewas will be Jordan Cooper, Brendan Martin, Joey Simon-Selly, as well as defensive pairings for this Chippewa team, Austin Whaley. And starting a goal for the Central Michigan Chippewas, Thomas Rowe out here from Grosse Isle, Michigan, played in one game this season so far against the Davenport Panthers earlier this season, and he hopes to keep his score streak alive. As here we getting ready for puck drop here for Central Michigan versus Florida Gulf Coast. You're listening live from the Martin Ice Arena here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. As we get set for puck drop. Out there for the Eagles, Michael Rowe starting out there and throwing the face-off circle. We are underway here from the Martin Ice Arena as the puck right off the face-off is lifted out of the zone by the Eagles. That was Michael Rowe starting out there. Michael Rowe from Cape Coral, Florida, the forward, 6'3", 190 pounds, big body out here for the Eagles. He's looking to get them going early as it's Simon-Selly to take the draw. He'll win it back there, and he'll get it back for Austin Whaley, who chips it over to Martin at his own end. Throws it center ice for a stretch pass that missed the player out there. That was returning player Jacob St. Andre, who we talked about earlier in the pregame show, coming back for Central Michigan once again this year. He's probably going to be able to give them a lot more firepower that they definitely need on this team that they lacked for most of the season last year. You also heard in that pregame notable returning Central Michigan forward Ben Hrykkuk, coming back from this team from a 3-year hiatus. Didn't play with the team last year in the COVID diminished season. He's looking to add a big defensive presence, as we mentioned earlier, and scrapping those areas. Probably will play on the penalty kill for this Central Michigan group, as the Central Chippewas win the faceoff draw, shot by Martin from the point. That's easily scooped up by the goaltender, Nick Stiles. Our starting goaltenders for this game for the Eagles, Nicholas Stiles, the 5'11" goaltender from Esterly, Florida. Last played for the NC North Carolina Golden Bears of the EHL. 5 games last season, posted a record of 3-2 with a save percentage of .870 for a goals against average of 4.69. His best game of the season last year was against Liberty in a 5-2 win, where he posted a .938 save percentage, saving 30 of 32 shots. Central to take it. They win the faceoff circle. It's Jordan Cooper moving it into the zone. He'll send it deep behind the net. He'll wrap it around for Martin on the other side of the wing as they look to set up shop. Cycling the puck is Cooper. Cooper dangles with it, loses the puck. Martin takes a slapper from the point, tries to get it in front, but it's knocked away by a Eagle player. Here come the Eagles coming the other way. It's the number 9, Jacob Toy, the forward from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for the Eagles, taking it into the Chippewa zone as it's corralled there by a Chippewa player. That's Alex Lasky out there. Puck regained in the Chippewa zone. A bad giveaway right here. Turnover for the Eagles. Takes a shot, and that one was up high and out of play. Taken by Blake Hartman, the defenseman from Wonder Lake, Illinois. Puck placed in safe, however, it's still taken by Hartman, who stays in the middle of the zone and will flip this puck back where Central will reset. Hayes gets it over to Martin. Entering the zone, Christopher Martin skates in behind the zone. He looks to turn with it. Nowhere to go with it. Sends it back to the point for Simon Selly. Down low for Martin. Another try, and that one just off the stick and went high, up and out of play. Face-off circle will come back to the center zone. So already a solid forecheck for the Central Michigan Chippewas. There's 17:49 left to go in this first period. Still scoreless. You're listening live on CCHN as the Chippewas take on the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles here. And their third matchup of the season and the second matchup for the Eagles this season. They played Grand Valley State University, the Lakers, last night in a 6-4 win. Late in the game, scored 4 unanswered goals late to take that over Grand Valley. They handed them their first loss of the season. And a notable MCHC opponent, as here comes an Eagle coming in. Soaring in is number 13, Tyler Davidson. He'll look to set up shop in the Chippewa zone. He's roughed up on the boards by Alex Lasky. Lasky behind, takes the puck taken away from him, thrown in front there, a shot, and it's knocked away by Rowe. It comes back behind the net. Back the other way, a strong forecheck here developing for the Eagles. A solid first starting check here for this second group for the Eagles that is mostly made up of freshman players, but notably fast skaters. It's something their coach, as I mentioned earlier, Brian Myers, wanted to get going early, is how fast this team is. The Eagles are really good on their forecheck, and they want to take it to the Central Michigan team that probably will want to play physical early and get their feet moving in this game. Cooper takes it. Long stretch pass intended there for number 5. That one missed. That was Porzo taking it, and it'll come back toward the blue line. It's an Eagle player taking it. That's number 22 for the Eagles. Jordan Putnam comes back into the zone. Behind the net, it's corralled there by Central players. It's Jay Nadeau taking it. Nadeau gets it up to Porzo, but it's missed there. It's Martin out of a flipper off the air, gets the puck corralled, but an Eagle takes it away at the blue line. It'll come back in their zone, and they reset. Still fighting with it. A great turnover by Nadeau. Tried to get the puck on his stick, and he does now. It's behind the net, throws one in front, but deflected there by an Eagle. Nadeau again with it. Looks to go in front, nowhere to go, and an Eagle player will get his stick on the puck and send it back the other way. Here comes Central now. It's Jacob St. Andre trying to make a move in, but we will have a stoppage in play for offsides. We've mentioned it a few times, but Central Michigan comes into this game after dominating Davenport. And boy, when you see a group like this that actually has a full slate line, 4 lines, compared to what they were up against last week, it's hard not to recognize that they may struggle early in this period to get their feet moving. They got to get their lines shuffling early in this game. It's Lasky going back forward behind his net. He'll chip it away for Nadeau. Takes a hard hit at the boards by number 5. That is Blake Hartman knocking him down, the defenseman from Grosse Pointe, Illinois. And it's taken there by Rowe at the net, scooped up. 15:22 left to go in this period. The Eagles setting up shop on a solid first 5 minutes for them in this game. Looking to get on the board early. It'll be Porzo sending it back out of the zone. Rowe corrals it behind the net for a forward for Central. He'll give it to Hayes, Charlie Hayes, the defenseman. Plays on the third line tonight with Chapman tonight for this group. And surprisingly, didn't have too much of a presence offensively against Davenport, but we know Hayes is very dangerous as a scoring defenseman on this team. Now it's Lasky chasing after it. The Eagles trying to set up shop, but that puck too far to be corralled there by Cyril Calvanese from Naples, Florida. Last played for the Islanders Hockey Club of the USPHL Elite. Played for the Islanders and the Florida Eels in the USPHL Elite in 2020 and 2021. And 30 games played, 5 goals, 2 assists, and 7 total points. One of these forwards that Florida Gulf Coast is looking to rely on to get them some offense this year. This puck taken by a forward in the Chippewa zone. It's Tyler Davidson setting up shop for it. Chippewas come back the other way. They take it away. It's moving in is Christopher Martin trying to get down low to shoot. He scores! A backhand roofer there by number 6, the forward. That's Ben Hrykkuk getting on the board for the Chippewas. He makes this a 1-0 game with 14:01 left to go in the first period. Getting us started early, the Central Michigan Chippewas first on the board. So already that forecheck group, that fourth line, made up of Jacob Kosnick, Hrykkuk, and Hayden Flynn. Getting on the board early is a shot taken there by an Eagle. That one went up and high. It's Putnam setting up for the Eagles in the Chippewa zone. A slapper from the point taken there by number 24. That player, unlisted, Robert Nussbaum. So Central sets up in their zone. It's Martin getting roughed up behind the net. Christopher Martin. He'll send it forward for Jordan Cooper, who tries to fight off on a 1-on-2. Jordan Cooper, we get a stoppage in play, however, for an Eagle with a helmet off. That is the defenseman, Hartman. Hartman out there a lot for this defensive pairings of the Eagles. They really relied on their defensive presence to stay in it most of last season. They only played about 8 games to qualify for the national tournament, with 4 of their games coming against the D2 squad from Florida Gulf Coast. But it's safe to assume that they cannot be underestimated this season. Puck corralled by the Chippewas behind it. The Chips entering the zone. Here comes Hayden Flynn moving into the zone. Hayden Flynn tries to take a shot, blew a tire, and puck got sent out to the end boards, and it goes up and out of play now for a stop. Out there for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles, Jared Searles from Stratford, Ontario, the only Canadian player on both of these squads featured. He last played for the Seaforth Generals of the CPJHL. Played the Canadian Junior Premier Hockey League for 3 seasons with the Generals, skating in 116 games, the most of any player on the club during that span. He served as a veteran presence as the Generals on that defensive line, and it's something the Eagles are hoping he repeats here in this one. His coach at Seaforth, TJ Runhart, mentioned that his work ethic is second to none. He is always the first one at the rink, the first one on the ice, and he isn't afraid to stop you after a practice or game for advice. So a leadership presence out there for this Eagles team. Martin took a slapper to get it out of the center ice zone. It's picked up by the Eagles now as a group of players fight for it. It's Simon Selly taking it away in that zone. He'll send it behind the net, and it's corralled there by an Eagle, number 11. That's Elijah Lee from Crown Point, Indiana. Played for the Florida Junior Blades of the USPHL Elite last season. And last played at Lake Central Blue High School in Indiana. So the Eagles will take it through center. A slapper from there by Elijah. Takes it up there, and the Eagles streaking it alone. He takes a backhander. Oh my, good chance by the Eagles on the forecheck. That was Skylar Pettingill, the forward from Scarborough, Massachusetts, making an offensive presence. Last played for the East Coast Wizards of the EHL. He was one of the forwards for this group to play with the Eagles last season, and 7 games played, had 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 total points. And he tied for the most points on this Eagles team at Nationals last year and scored the only goal against the Adrian Bulldogs, that coming on April 15th. Puck taken here by an Eagle player. That's number 10 of the Eagles. He'll skate in for the zone, but it's taken away by the Chippewas now, number 6. It's been Hrykkuk moving into the zone. Gets it behind the net, but taken off the boards right there by an Eagle player. That was number 13, Tyler Davidson from Jensen Beach, Florida. Now Jensen moves into the Chippewa zone with it alone on a 1-on-3. Tries to make a fancy move, can't get past it. It'll be Jordan Cooper corralling it, trying to get into the other end of the ice. Brady Walsh for the Eagles from Parkland, Florida. Gets it up the zone to his forward, Michael Sozio. The group of players fight for it at center ice. That's number 27. Taken off hard there by Jordan Cooper, who laid the body on him. So getting their feet moving early and being physical already is this Central Michigan offense. Hrykkuk with it. Tied up against the boards at the end boards. It's freed up by an Eagle player, and they'll come back the other way on a 3-on-3 chance. Setting it into the zone deep is number 25 for the Eagles. Robert Nussbaum. It comes back to Rowe for a stoppage in play. 10:08 left to go in the first period of this game. Central Michigan leads it 1-0 off of a slapper, or a backhander, excuse me, from Brent Hrykkuk, who we mentioned earlier joined this team later in the year, just recently coming back to give the spark. We talked about him being an offensive-minded player, but he's already on the board, establishing his presence for this Chippewa team. So, two-way player, question mark. Here's Central with it now. Moving up with it is Baker, Keelan Baker. Tries to send it back. He'll corral it with Christopher Martin, and they'll share the slot, and they'll share their own end to reset with it. Here comes Martin. Or rather, Kyle Chapman, excuse me. Number 11, Kyle Chapman. Sends it over to number 15, Justin McComas. McComas trying to get his stick back. He dropped it. He'll send it back and cycle the puck for Porzo. McComas and Porzo back in front for Nadeau, and just missed it on the blade of his stick. Here come the Eagles. A 1-on-1 chance here. Number 27 for the Eagles. Michael Rowe takes a shot, but it's blocked off there by the goaltender Rowe. A nice job getting his blocker there right there. Here comes McComas the other way, through center. On a 1-on-3 chance, tries to skid around an Eagle defender, number 14, Ryan Alaman from Whitewater, Wisconsin. Or rather, forward, excuse me. Notably, Ryan Alaman, it is his birthday today, October 15th of 2021. He turns 20 years old today, so happy birthday if you're listening in and you're an Eagle fan. Puck comes back the other way. It's picked up by Martin. He'll try to send this puck back out of the zone. Sends it up to the net for a stoppage in play. 8:34 left to go in this first period. Central Michigan moved around their numbers a bit this past season, with Jordan Cooper moving from number 13 over to 78. Notably, Simon Selly taking the helm at the number 7, and Hrykkuk. Wrist shot taken there by an Eagle player. It's moved off the puck, off the pad of Rowe, and it'll be tied up at the end boards. Comes back to the other side of the ice in the right wing circle. That's taken there by an Eagle player, number 5, Blake Hartman. Simon with it. Moves it through center. Can't get it through defenders. They reset back in their own end. Both teams will change. Here comes Lasky back to get it now. And Chippewas will set up shop through center. Tries to split the defense, can't get it done. He'll flip it off the boards and it'll come back the other way, where an Eagle player, number 21, will pick it up for them. That's Cyril Calvanese. Still in the Eagle zone. They're trying to get some offensive pressure there. Rowe gets it up the way to Sozio. Celzio moves it, loses it on his stick. It comes back. Lasky will send it all the way down the other end, and it'll come back for an icing. Lasky talking to the ref, not sure if it was a icing there. He threw the puck to the other end through center ice. Wasn't sure exactly of the call, but it'll come back for a face-off circle. Face-off won there by the Chippewas. I apologize for the butchering of this. That goal scored by Owen Campbell, the forward from Jackson, Michigan. I apologize for mixing up the numbers. A new group of players coming in for this freshman squad. We're not really sure entirely what the numbers will be going forward, but hopefully they stay as this. And I apologize again for that error. 6:57 left to go in this period. Central Michigan nonetheless up 1-0 in this game. As a big hit late on the body, my goodness. That was Austin Whaley taking it from the body. And there will be some extracurricular here at the Central Michigan bench. Number 28 for the Eagles, Michael Celzio laid a big hit, and the fans don't like it here in Martin Ice Arena. Stoppage in play here as puck was flipped up to the bench. Both teams are going to talk it out at their benches, and we're going to have a penalty assessed here coming up. A power play penalty on the Chippewas. That's number 19. So Isaac Gibbs, the freshman from Novi, Michigan, will go to the box. And the Eagles set up shop for their first power play of this game. 5-on-4 for 2 minutes, 6:45 left to go. Face-off won by the Eagles, and it's Whaley trying to fight off a pair of Eagles. They'll cycle it back to the point. It's taken here by an Eagle player. That's number 5. Fans don't like it. Hartman now takes it at the point. It was sent over there to number 25 of the Eagles, Nussbaum. Wanted a call, didn't get one. And a wraparound chance here in front for the Eagles. Nice save there by Rowe on his left pad. He sent this puck to the end boards where two players will get scuffled up. And we'll have another penalty coming here. 1:31 left to go in this power play. And this might be bound the Chippewas again. They might call it a cross-checking here on number 2. That player being Ben Howardchuk. That's the new player, the forward from Grandville, Michigan. As the referees will get this penalty cleared out. 6:15 left to go in this first period. Still scoreless for the Eagles. Correction, penalty on the Eagles here. 2-minute power play, that's on Tyler Davidson. I wasn't sure exactly what happened in front of the net in Rowe, but nonetheless we will have 4-on-4 hockey with the Chippewas getting an advantage for about 31 seconds at the end of this. And it'll come back to a face-off circle. And they're on a slapper taken by Martin from the point. Sent over there by Whaley, but he just fanned on it on his stick. It's cycled here. Now it's Nadu taking with it. Nadu tries to get it from the point. Actually, correction, Cooper takes it. Cooper threw one at the goaltender, Nicholas Stiles. Sent it off his blocker. And it'll be again in front for Simon Selly. Simon Selly making a move with it. Tries to go backhand, forehand. Saved there by Stiles on the pad. The Eagles will clear it out. Here they come for a breakaway chance. A 2-on-2 chance. And just offside on the play. Christian McGovern and Robert Nussbaum there to get into the zone, but just missed by Nussbaum as he tried to stay out of the zone to not cause an offsides, but failed to do so with 5:46 left to go. Only 1:01 left on this 4-on-4 for both teams. It'll be Nadu to take it out there with Jacob St. Andre. Face-off won by the Chippewas. It's St. Andre moving with it. Taken away there by an Eagle player. That's number 28, Michael Celzio. Gets it over to his winger, Blake Maynard. Through center. Here comes Brendan Martin, the captain from Novi High School, Michigan. Brendan Martin takes a wrister. That one off the left pad of Stiles. Comes back to the other side. It's Whaley trying to fight off an Eagle defender. Back to the end boards it comes. Simon Selly corrals it. Sends it to the point once again. Takes a wrister. That one up and wide. The Eagles will get it out. 18 seconds left on the 4-on-4. 5 minutes left to go in this first period. Central up 1-0 after a goal by Owen Campbell on the backhand at 13-12 of this first period. As here come the Eagles, short-handed a little bit, about to be in 3 seconds as Central will come back on the ice for a 30-second power play. They fight for it at the other side of the net in the left wing circle. It's freed up and comes back to center. Getting in was Gibbs trying to take it away, but couldn't do so. 13 seconds left to go. Lasky behind his net. Lasky turns with it, skates, loses on his stick. Bad turnover there. Here come the Eagles, setting up shop. Takes a wrister, that from Putnam to no avail. Sends it over to Marcos Pankey. Pankey now loses it on his stick, and it'll be sent back to the other way. The Eagles will reset. It's Calvinese for the Eagles. Loses it. Bad turnover. Both teams, a little bit of sloppy passing here late in this period. 3:56 left to go. Lasky. Back for Nadu. Sends it up to Martin. For Gibbs. Here comes Owen Campbell. Scored 1 goal. He sends it to Martin and just off. Missed the pass there. It's another try there from the point by Jordan Cooper. Just missed it. Up and high. The Eagles will take it in their end. Through center. Cycled there by Pankey for the Eagles. Went down the other way for an icing. 3:23 left to go in this first period. So Owen Campbell, as we mentioned earlier in the pregame, leads this team now in goals with 3 goals on the season in 3 games for 6 total points. Owen Campbell, the star freshman from Jackson Louis Christie High School, already making a presence here. Face-off won there. St. Andre took a shot and just went up and high over Stiles. Back the other way in the circle. The Eagles will reset with it. Elijah Lee takes it. Tries to send it over to Jack Luzzing to no avail. Eagles send it back in. Tyler Davidson will go back and make a change. It's Hayes. Hayes moves it in. Stiles took it away behind the net. Sent it back to his defender. Through center. Here come the Eagles on a 2-on-1 chance. It's number 12, Schmidt, taking a forecheck off the post. My goodness, what a chance for the Eagles. 2:36 left to go. This puck comes back out through center. Off a wrister chance. Here come the Chippewas the other way, however. Turnover there. Through center, a little bit sloppy play though. Here comes Cooper. Cooper takes a wrister just wide. Back to the point. Christopher Martin will fight for it. Briggs of the Eagles takes it. He gets it up to his forward. Putnam. Putnam takes a shot. It's gloved down there by the goaltender Rowe. The shot totals I haven't been keeping track of, but I'd imagine it's probably in favor of the Chippewas by about 5 shots on goal or so. But the Eagles doing a good job late in this period establishing the forecheck, trying to get their feet going early in this game. They led GVSU last night 2-1 after the first period, but to no avail in this game so far. Face-off won by the Eagles, however. It's Pettingill of the Eagles setting it forward. He misses a pass, however, and it comes back the other way. All the way to the forward zone. Being held there is Austin Whaley by Brady Walsh, the defender from Parkland, Florida. Takes a shot, just missed the net. Behind the net is 2 Eagles and 2 Chippewas fighting. Still no one free yet. It's Porzo trying to get it. Porzo gets it free. Porzo on his knees, blew a tire, tries to get it back to Chapman at the point. Chapman just sends this one the other way, trying to cycle, and they'll come back off for a change. It's Justin McComas coming back out. Back to the second line here for the Central Michigan group. Baker. Over to Martin. Martin trying to get it out. Turnover there in the Chippewa end. It's Davidson taking it with a shot. Off the paddle, Rowe. Behind the net, they fight for it. It's still Davidson making an individual effort. Tries to throw it in front to no one there. It's Nadu coming on a 1-on-3. Misses it on his stick, and McComas tries to take it away. Sloppy passing here as the puck comes back to the Chippewa zone. 55 seconds left to go in this period. It's McComas. McComas moves with it. Trying to get one last surge. Up the right wing, he comes. McComas on an individual effort, 1-on-3 behind the net. Drops it for Chapman. Back the other way. The Eagles take it away behind their net. 35 seconds left to go. Here come the Eagles. Through center. Fighting on to the boards. Here comes Sozio into the Chippewa zone. Takes it away. Martin sends this puck back out the other way for 22 seconds left. The Eagles will reset to no icing. Both teams with their last forward groups out here to end the period. The Eagles looking for one more chance before the end of the period. A bad turnover at the line. It's Chapman taking it away from left circle. Tries to send it in front for a forward. Good blocking in front by the Eagles. They fight for it at the end. 3 seconds left to go. They're tied up all at the end boards, and that will do it for this period. One last chance for Chapman, and that one saved there by the goaltender Stiles. After one period of play, Central Michigan gets on the board off the backhand of Owen Campbell early in this period, and he'll put Central Michigan up early as both teams will head to the dressing rooms to get their rest and reset for the next period of play. So already in this first, we've seen some forecheck action from both teams. The Eagles doing a good job of establishing their presence from their top line of Putnam, along with Robert Nussbaum and Michael Sozio, notable players for the Eagles, but the Chippewas doing a good job staying ahead here. Rowe fighting off a number of chances there by Florida players. As we will send this to the break real quick to get set for our first intermission report. You're listening live to the Chippewa Club Hockey Network here from Martin Ice Arena. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to the Martin Ice Arena here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan for Central Michigan Hockey. I'm Devin Sayre on the call for today's game here at the first intermission after a 1-0 score after 20 minutes. Central Michigan getting on the board early in this period from freshman forward Owen Campbell, who now leads the team in points with 6 points total, those coming off 3 goals and 3 assists. Right now, players are getting ready for the second period of play in their locker rooms, talking it over with their coaches. But a little bit of a recap of this past period. So forward groups for both teams getting the strong forecheck going early. Isaac Gibbs and notable freshman Jacob Kosnick getting a few shots on goal for the Central Michigan Chippewas. But Nick Stiles has blocked away most of the shots he faced, doing a good job of taking away a lot of the opportunities for Central. But the other way, it's the same story for goaltender Thomas Rowe. He's had a couple shots faced where star forwards for the Eagles, notably Putnam and Cyro Martinez, have put these pucks in front of the net, in front of Rowe, and he's done a good job of taking these opportunities away for this group. Now, we don't have an official shot chart for you for both these teams, but we can assume they look pretty even through one period of play as Zamboni heads off the ice. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the ACHA right now around the league. A lot of games going on today, notably for the D3 side. University of New England and University of Southern Maine taking on each other today. They both start their play series this season, both 0-0. That game started about an hour ago. We're not sure of the score yet, but we can only assume that that game is coming up. On the other side of the state, and the Hope College Dutchmen, the reigning national champions last year for Division III men's ACHA hockey, taking on University of Michigan Flint today. They started their season 0-1 last night. They played today at the Crystal Fieldhouse in Burton, Michigan. That game taking place at 5:45 p.m. as the Dutchmen look to stay undefeated after a solid 3-0 start. For the Gulf Coast, Central Michigan right now playing at Martin Ice Arena. Central Michigan up 1-0. The Miami University Eagles and Lawrence Tech are playing today. That game tonight at 10:20 p.m. in Farmington Hills, Michigan, site of the Lawrence Technological University Devils. Those teams 4-2 and 2-2 respectively. Miami 4-2, Lawrence Tech 2-2. Lawrence Tech, notably MCHC opponent, will look to see them later in the season, as Central will play them for a home-and-home series. University of Michigan taking on California University of Pennsylvania today to start their season. That game kicks off at 7 p.m. at the Arctic Edge Ice Arena in Canton, Michigan, also known as Ann Arbor. Michigan has Central's number for the last few years, or has had their number. They went 3-0 last year against the Chippewas in the regular season and just barely beat them out in the first game of pool play last year at Nationals. We'll look to see them for the season ending, or I guess season finale, at both Canton Ice Arena and here at Martin Ice Arena. Columbia University taking on Rowan University. That game happening in Sewell, New Jersey. That game takes place at 8 p.m. Eastern. Might be a live stream on that game. We'll have to verify that later. Lake Superior State University taking on Grand Valley State University at 7:30 tonight. Grand Valley coming off their first loss of the season to these Eagles for the Gulf Coast last night in a 6-4 win. Grand Valley State looks to rebound as Lake Superior State takes their first road trip of the season down south to play Grand Valley, and they will start their season there. University of Idaho taking on Montana State University at 4:30 p.m. Wentworth Institute of Technology and University of New Haven kicking off at 7:30. Aurora University and Northwestern kicking off at 10:10 p.m. tonight. That game is in Advanced in Illinois. Michigan State and Ferris State playing tonight. Both those teams lost to Grand Valley early in the season. Michigan State coming into this game 1-3 on the season. Ferris State 2-2, or rather 3-2, excuse me. That game takes place today at the, pardon me if I butcher this, Wiggleman Ice Arena in Big Rapids, Michigan, home of the Division I NCAA Ferris State University Bulldogs. That game at 7 o'clock, puck drop. Running through our chart of ACHA games today, Texas Tech University takes on University of North Texas, Washington University of St. Louis at University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, Colorado Mesa taking on United States Air Force, University of Nebraska taking on Iowa State, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, and Kent State taking off tonight at 6:30, and University of Wisconsin, Platteville, and Bradley University. We'll be right back shortly with the second period of action. You're listening to CCHN here on YouTube. We would like to note, fans at home listening in, we are having technical difficulties with the scoring monitor right now. There is no score shown on this score sheet. However, Central Michigan leads this game 1-0 right now as we begin second period of play. Out here to take the draw is Joey Simon-Selly. The Eagles will win it, however, and they'll send this puck back to Central zone when they'll set up shop. For the Gulf Coast, having a solid start to this game early, even though they're scoreless right now. Running mostly their top unit out there right now for them is Michael Celzio and Michael Rowe. Notable forward group there as they set up shop. It'll be Jordan Cooper trying to get into the Eagles zone alone. He sends a puck to the front of the net where Stiles will block it off the left pad. And it'll come back out to center. Here come the Eagles coming the other way. Number 27 for the Eagles. That's Michael Rowe entering the zone alone on a 1-on-3. Michael Rowe from Cape Coral, Florida, 24 years old. One of the older members of this team, but has played as a solid forward for this team for a while. Has made it to both Nationals runs, both in 2019 and 2021 for this team. So look for him to provide some veteran presence for that team. Shot attempted by an Eagle player. Skylar Pettingill sends it to the net, and we'll have a stoppage in play. 18:48 gone in this second period of play. Again, apologies for the scoreless score sheet you see on your screen right now. It is 1-0 Central Michigan, however, after an Owen Campbell goal to start them off 13-12 into the first period. Owen Campbell, as we mentioned earlier, one of the star forwards and key players in this game. Face-off won by Central, but it comes back to Rowe. Well, he'll glove that down after some pressure, and we'll reset. So the Eagles I can see out there right now consist of number 24. On our score sheet, he's listed as number 25, Robert Nussbaum, but we can assume that is the same player out there for them. Eagles running this first line. It's Brady Walsh, Skylar Pettingill, Jack Luzzy out there. So a lot of these guys not really seeming to be too tired after what was a quick turnaround last night. They played against Grand Valley at 8:30 p.m. last night, and that game lasted until 11 p.m. at night. Only a few hours sleep for these Eagles that had to travel 2 hours northeast to come to Mount Pleasant and play these Chippewas. But so far, it doesn't seem like they're winded at all by that sort of trip. We'll have to see how they fare tomorrow against Davenport after this game. As here come the Chippewas on a 3-on-1 chance. They have to stop for an offside, not trying to get it as McComas move again. McComas tries to get them, and they do. That puck sent away by an Eagle player. And now here comes a 2-on-2 chance. It's number 12 for the Eagles. That's Matthew Briggs with a shot. It's saved there by Rowe from the right pad. Briggs trying to fight off number 12 for the Chippewas, Lasky. Lasky behind there, gets to Nady. Now Nady will hold it. Tries a cross-ice pass that missed Keelan Baker, and Baker will try to get it up the zone. Can't do it. Here come the Eagles the other way. Number 7 for them. That's Jack Luzzy. Takes a shot just over the roof of Rowe and his head. Through center, McComas. Over to Baker. With the left wing circle, takes a shot. And that one gloved down by Stiles for a stoppage in play. 17:15 left to go in this first period. It'll be the Eagles' second line back out there. We didn't mention his name too much in this game so far, but their captain out there, that's number 9. That's Jacob Toy from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Last played for the Armstrong High School of the United States High School Association in Pennsylvania. A little bit of a smaller guy, only listed at 5'7" on this team, but as we mentioned in this broadcast repeatedly, he is one of the faster skaters out here for this Eagle team, and one that establishes that forecheck as he's already tying up at the end boards there. It's an Eagle player trying a wraparound chance here in front. That was Matthew Briggs, but he sends this back to the point, and there will be a penalty assessed here on this play to the Chippewas. Not sure what went down right there. Kyle Chapman's heading to the bench, however, and he'll go to the box for a 2-minute power play here for the Eagles. The refs are signaling a high sticking here. Not high sticking, rather. Not sure exactly what the penalty is. Apologies again on that. But nonetheless, the Eagles head to the power play here, so a strong chance here to get on the board. This is what they've been looking for. Their second power play of the night happens right now. The Eagles win the draw. It comes back to the point for number 5, Blake Hartman, the defenseman from Wonder Lake, Illinois. Blake gets it over to his forward, Walsh, Brady Walsh. Sends it back to the point. Comes there from Matthew Briggs. Briggs can't handle it. It comes back through center, and a Chippewa player sends it back down the length of the ice. That's Ben Hrykkuk chasing after it. Hrykkuk takes the body. My goodness, huge hit there on the open ice hit. Matthew Briggs skating gingerly into the open zone. The Eagles control it, however. It's sent over to Hartman. Hartman takes a shot through bodies and just missed. Hrykkuk chasing after it. They still control. Hartman takes it back out of the zone for the Eagles, however, and they're going to have to reset. As the Eagles, facing an offside, have to just throw it back to the zone. It's the captain, Martin, sending it back. 1:07 left to go in this power play. 15:45 in the second period. The Eagles trying to get their forecheck going here. They've got no shot on goal so far. Let's see if it can happen right now. Tied up at the right boards is Briggs. Briggs sends it across the way to number 28. That's Michael Sozio. Sozio back to the point. An Eagle player takes a shot. Glove down there by Rowe in front of the net. Ryan Olabia took the shot. Rowe standing on his head right now. 45 seconds left to go in this power play. A new group coming out for the Eagles. This will be their top group. It's Olabia to take the face-off draw for the Eagles. McComas wins the draw for the Chippewas. Hayes sends it back down the length of the ice to clear this one. That group stays out there. McComas chasing after it. Trying to establish the forecheck, shorthanded here. A solid penalty kill here from the Chippewas, doing a nice job keeping the Eagles from setting up. They get it back to the zone, however, they'll send a cross-ice pass that missed the blade of Michael Rowe, and it comes back out to the point. Keeping against the Eagles, it's number 11 here. Elijah Lee. Lee takes it over, sends a cross-ice pass. Just missed off the stick of Rowe. Rowe and Elijah going back and forth. Back to the point, a missed pass there for Jared Seals, the defenseman from Stratford, Ontario, we talked about earlier. Haven't seen his presence out there too much right now, but this power play has ended for the Eagles. 14:30, a solid penalty kill here from the Chippewas. And they're trying to establish the forecheck. Here's Chapman trying to throw it in front. Can't get it to one. A slapper taken there by Hayes, and that one's gloved down by Stiles in front. 14:19 left to go. We talked about it in the pregame show, but Ben Hrykkuk able to stay out there for the Chippewas on that penalty kill for most of that power play, doing a nice job taking the body to some of these players and taking away their shooting lanes. Now it's face-off circle in the Eagle zone. They win it. Long stretch pass attempt here for number 10. That's Chapman, or rather Elijah Lee, excuse me. Now to Pankey. Pankey tries to control it. Behind his net, number 10, Michael Pankey, excuse my missing of numbers. It's sent over there to Campbell. Campbell has a goal tonight earlier in this game. Through center. Glove down by Campbell in his own zone. He'll flip this puck to center ice. Trying to set up this Eagle group. Walsh just sent it back for the Eagles in front to no avail, however. They'll go back off for a change. Central controls. Long stretch pass attempt for Baker. Missed him. Blocked down by an Eagle player. It'll be Jack Luzzy. Luzzy in the zone. Gets it over across for an Eagle player. Now controlling it is Briggs. Briggs takes a shot. Blocked in front by Hayes. Here come the Chippewas the other way. A missed pass, however. Turnover at the zone. Here's Putnam. Putnam trying to take a shot. Nice save there by the goaltender, Rowe. Jordan Putnam from Esterly, Florida. Talked about earlier, one of the better players in the state of Florida in 2019 and 2020. Ranked third in the nation in goals scored. And a player that the Eagles are trying to get on the board right now. 13:05 left to go in this second period of play. A 1-0 score right now for the Chippewas. If you're just joining us, welcome into the Martin Ice Arena here for the only game this weekend for your Chippewas and the second of a 3-game weekend series for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. We thank you if you're listening in live from Esterly or Fort Myers, Florida, home of your Florida Gulf Coast Eagles, who play at the Hertz Arena in Esterly, Florida, just 5 minutes south of the Florida Gulf Coast campus in Fort Myers, Florida. The Chippewas will be joining them for a homestand as here they come on the forecheck. It's Baker taking a shot, just missed off the point. The Chips will be, as I mentioned, traveling to Florida Gulf Coast January 21st and 22nd for a back-to-back away stand. Chippewas will be down there. We'll try to cover that game live for you on television. Yes, that's right. You heard it right. Central Michigan Hockey is going live on TV broadcast starting in next week or 2 weeks, depending on our scheduling availability. But you'll hear it all live here on CCHN for your viewing pleasure. As Central Michigan tries to get the forecheck going, as Jordan Cooper is sending it over to Martin. Takes a wrister from the point that just went wide of the net. Back to the point now. Another try here by Chapman, and the Eagles will control on their own end and take it through center. Missed pass there intended for Michael Rowe off the stick of Robert Nussbaum. Nussbaum now coming back with it. Misses a pass. And that one comes back the other way for an icing as Chapman sent it back the other way. 12:07 left to go in this first period. The Eagles 0 for 2 on the power play so far tonight. They haven't really established a great power play yet, as Central doing a good job taking away their shooting lanes. And combined with a little bit of sloppy play, no score yet for the Eagles. Face-off draw taken here by Simon Selly. He wins it. He'll flip this puck back the other end of the ice. On the right board is taking it Putnam. Jordan Putnam controls it, sends it over to his forward. Elijah Lee missed a pass and it went back the other way, and that one comes back for another icing, this time in the Eagle zone. We forgot to mention at the start of this period the left to right here, and this period so far, left to right, Florida Gulf Coast Eagles wearing their blue and green and white trim. And on the right side, Central Michigan wearing their maroon and gold teal trim. Same one they wore at Nationals last season. As the Eagles set up shop in the right zone. Here comes a shot by Putnam just off the pad of Rowe. In front of the chance, and that one taken away by Rowe. An extracurricular there, a big shove in front by Chapman. We're going to have some extracurricular here. A couple of Florida and Central players bad-mouthing one another, I'm sure. The ref's right there in the middle. A big shove there to the ice. That was Matthew Rowley getting shoved down to the ice by Brendan Martin, I believe. So the captain establishing his presence there, not allowing the Eagles to intimidate this team at all. 11:25 left to go. Face off in the Chippewa zone. It's Nadu to take it, along with Jacob Toy, the captain. Breakaway chance here for McComas. Here they come. It's him and Porzonik setting up. Porzonik behind. Tries to throw one in front for Nadu, and that just missed his stick. Chapman has to take it back in center ice. Or rather, Whaley, excuse me. Whaley goes back to get it. To Nadu. Through center to Porzo. To McComas. McComas. Backhand. Takes the forehand. Takes a shot in front. Another try. Deflected chance. He scores! Brendan Martin, the captain, on the second chance effort off a shot from Porzo. And that makes this a 2-0 game. 10:47 into the second period. A broken play in front after a shot attempt from Porzonik in front of the net. And Brendan Martin's able to just put this one home, sort of Dylan Larkin style. And he makes this a dominating 2-0 lead. And I say that gingerly because right now it's all Central through this first half of the second period. Campbell will take the draws. A little bit of talking going on at center ice here. Not sure if the Eagle player is frustrated about that play, but face-off draw going here. The Eagles win it. So just like that, Central Michigan takes their command halfway through this game. Off the stick of Brendan Martin, his third goal of the season. Off the assist, another try here, another chance in front. And it's Stiles losing the puck. A shot taken there by number 6, that's Owen Campbell looking for his second of the night. Just off the right pad. This one comes back the other way of the ice for an icing, and this one will reset back to the Eagle end. Another strong chance in front. Central is really taking it to Florida Gulf Coast here in this period. They're not really getting out of their zone. They've got tired bodies, couldn't get off for a chance after that stoppage in play, so Central taking advantage of tired bodies right now. But it'll be Davidson for the Eagles taking the draw. Central wins it. It's Hayes at the point. Gets it down low. No one there to help him though. Comes back to the other side of the boards. Tied up there is a group of players. The Eagles control through center. Here they come. 3-on-3 chance. Flips the puck towards Rowe. Heads back behind the net. Hard check there, taken by Porzo, or rather Campbell. And another try in front. Eagle player takes it. That one off the right pad of Rowe. Coming back the other way through centers. Owen Campbell on a 1-on-2 chance. Campbell making a nice deke, makes 2 nice dekes. Tries to fight off 4 Eagle players, can't do it. 9:37 left to go. Tie up at the end boards on the Eagle zone. Here comes Pettingill setting up. On the right board, sends it ahead for Maynard. Behind the net, in front. Broken play here. The Eagles wrap this chance around. It comes to the other side from McNamara. McNamara tries to take a shot, blocked in front by Campbell. McNamara heads it back. He'll put it to the point for Walsh. Through center, here comes number 19. That's Isaac Gibbs, the freshman from Novi, Michigan. Tries to dangle a few Eagles, can't do it. Here they come back the other way now in the Chippewas zone. It's number 14, that's Ryan Olabia. Still trying to get on the board. Shot taken there, just over the glove of Rowe. That was by Pettingill. Now here comes St. Andre the other way. St. Andre and Jordan Cooper moving in. Backhand try. Just wide of the net, and that puck will come off its mounding for a stoppage in play. A nice chance there by the senior, Joey Simoncelli. Or Jacob St. Andre, rather. St. Andre, as we mentioned earlier in the pregame show, coming back after for mostly a 2-year hiatus. Trying to establish some forecheck for this Central Michigan offense that's hoping to get back to nationals and get them that coveted first national championship they seek. But you have to get through the best to do it. This will be a strong test for them. Martin sends a shot for Stiles that went up and out of the moorings for a stoppage in play. 8:27 left to go in this second period of play. We thank you for listening live to the CCHN Chippewa Club Hockey Network. I'm Devin Sarah on the call for today's game from the Martin Ice Arena for the third game of the season for Central Michigan and the second of a three-game series for the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles, who will travel to Davenport tomorrow to take on the Panthers, who Central routed the other weekend, scoring 15 goals in 2 games in 10-1 and 5-0 wins. Shutouts for Colin Smith and a near shutout for Thomas Rowe. And Central trying to repeat that effort here as they lead this game right now 2-0 over the Eagles. Back to the point, trying to keep it in is Hayes, or rather Chapman. Chapman now sends this puck from the point, and Stiles will corral it for a stoppage in play. So the Eagles, not as much forecheck as they had in that first period. They're really having tired bodies out here, it looks like, on the ice. And Central's just doing a good job taking it to them. A lot of broken plays and shots from the point, but keeping the pressure on. Face-off circle. Simon Selly wins it. Shot attempted there by Hayes. It was blocked in front by an Eagle player, and we get another stoppage in play. You hope to see some sort of offensive action when you watch a firepower team like this. And for both sides, I'm sure this is a little bit of a surprise halfway through this game to only see the score 2-0. But nonetheless, as Rowe will corral a puck after it was chased down by an Eagle player. The delight of this home crowd is it was homecoming today for Central Michigan as the football team for these Chippewas taking on, I believe, Miami, Ohio. I could be wrong on that. But a lot of these fans coming in from the homecoming parade they had today. My broadcast partner, Megan Cleaves, not able to make this broadcast due to his commitments to the Central Michigan Marching Band. We wish him well and good luck in his halftime show later today. As here comes Central trying to get into the zone. It's Simon Selly with an individual effort. Taken to the boards by a group of Eagle players, but he gets a little bit of help there by Jordan Cooper. They try to keep it in the zone. They succeed. It's Whaley trying to take the body to it. Cooper controls through center. Sends it to the blade of Ben Hrykkuk, who missed it on his blade. Here come the Eagles the other way. A slapper taken at the left wing circle by an Eagle player. Roughed up on the boards by a big hit on Olabia, and that was Jacob Kosnick roughing him up, but we get a stoppage in play for a penalty. It looks like. No penalty on that play. Sorry, my apologies. Stoppage in play for, not sure if the puck went up over the netting, but nonetheless, face-off comes back to the central circle. It's taken there by Olabia and Hrykkuk. Hrykkuk won that draw, comes through center. Here's number 13, roofing a shot is Kosnick for a stoppage in play. 6:38 left to go in this period. So Central setting up shop once again. They get the top group back out here for this group. It's now the Eagles taking it. They won the draw. Here comes the captain, Jacob Toy, trying to get it through center. Can't do it, though. Pressured by a Chippewa player. That's Hayden Flynn. Hayden Flynn trying to make an individual effort. He'll rough up a player on the boards as it'll be sent back to the other side for Whaley. Central has to control it back. Whaley sends it for Hayes, who will dip this puck all the way to center towards an Eagle player. Central controls. Here's Hrykkuk making another individual effort. Trying to keep it in as Central. They're able to do it. Kosnick fights for it. He'll send this puck behind the net deep. The other way to the ice, Blake Hartman for the Eagles sends it back, and it'll come back to Stiles for a face-off draw. 5:41 left to go in this second period. Central setting their third line out here. We saw a lot of the forward line there based on Jacob Kosnick, Ben Hrykkuk, and Hayden Flynn. Haven't seen them too much tonight, but starting to get their forecheck going early. And later in the second period as we see a shot from the center ice taken there by Alex Lasky to no avail. It's Eagles trying to move it through center. They haven't been successful getting in the Chippewa zone. They finally do. It's Blake Hartman trying to take it. That top group for the Eagles still out there. Probably been out there for half this period. It's Hartman behind Rowe. Hartman looks for somewhere to go, looking for help. He sends it to the point. Finally, it's taken there. Tries to get a pass in front to no avail. And here comes McComas the other way. McComas up the left boards. Here he comes through the left circle. Tries for a wraparound chance, loses it on his stick. It's taken there by an Eagle player. Robert Nussbaum taking that away. Robert Nussbaum back into the Chippewa zone. Sends a puck in front to no one there. Both teams will change. It's Christopher Martin taking it. Martin challenged by Tyler Davidson, the forward from Judson Beach, Florida. Turns 19 tomorrow, which is the 17th of October, so happy 19th birthday to Tyler Davidson ahead of time. The Eagles trying to get some forecheck going. 4:04 left to go in this second period. Through center, a little bit of sloppy passing. Chips will send it deep. Behind it, Styles getting out of his crease for it. It's Pettingill taking it. Pettingill sends it through center ice. Baker stops that and tries to send it back the other way. Trying to set up here for the Eagles is Nussbaum. Stretch pass too far and up out of play in the boards. And a tripping penalty called here on the Chippewas from number 6, Campbell. Tripped up a player just as that puck was being sent out of play. So a power play here for the Eagles. Their third of the night coming up here. 3:33 left to go in this second period. The Eagles 0 for 2 so far on the power play. This might be just what they need to get back on the board in this game. An individual effort. Jacob Kosnick, the freshman, coming in from Jackson Libacrissi, tries to take a shot, short-handed. Just off the left pad of Styles. The Eagles come back the other way. A 2-on-3 here. Trying to move in with it is Jack Luzzy, the defenseman or forward from Milford, Connecticut, Vermont Academy. The Eagles behind Rowe. Back to the point. Nussbaum takes a shot just wide of the net. It's corralled here by Briggs. Briggs cycles it. Tries to keep it in. He does. Roughed up there by Ben Hrykkuk, doing a good job on the penalty kill tonight. Trying to get it out is Hrykkuk and Baker, and to no avail. Kyle Chapman coming in to help. Here's Martin. Martin just gets it out. Jacob Kosnick now sets up Hrykkuk. Him and Kosnick tried to set up and unfortunately went off sides. 2:36 left to go in this second period. 1:04 left to go on the power play for the Eagles. They desperately need one right here. Finally getting some forecheck and shots on Rowe, but Central having their way for most of this period on both ends of the ice, really. Taking away passing lanes and making it difficult for the Eagles to shuffle their lines and get fresh bodies out on the ice. So it'll be Simon Selly and Davidson to take the draw. Davidson wins it. Chapman, though, sends it back behind the net. It's Jacob St. Andre. St. Andre tries to do something with it. The Eagles can't get out of their own zone. It's Simon Selly here for a stoppage in play, and a tripping penalty going to be called here by Simo. And he'll go to the box. Or rather, yep, it'll be Simo going. So a 5-on-3 power play here should be coming to the Eagles. Or 4-on-3 rather. There was a penalty assessed to number 7. That was Jack Luzzy. So 4-on-3 here now for the Eagles. Now we'll start. 1:57 left to go, and that 4-on-3 man advantage. Threw it in front here. Eagle players fighting for it. Rowe's able to fight that off, and St. Andre will send it back the other way. Out there for the Chips at St. Andre. Christopher Martin and Austin Whaley defending. That's a nice save there by Rowe off the stick of Blake Hartman. Cooper's going to come on the ice to replace Simo, or St. Andre here. For the Eagles, it'll be Hartman, Davidson, Elijah Lee, and Briggs. Eagles lose the draw. It's taken here by Whaley. Whaley over to Martin, sends it through center. 14 seconds left to go for them on this 4-on-3 man advantage. It'll be 5-on-4 coming up here in a minute. 1:35 left to go in this period. The penalty to Campbell is over. They'll send fresh bodies out. It's now 4-on-4 here. The Chips will get on the power play for about 30 seconds at the end of this period. It's right now 1:04, 1:03 left to go in this so-called man advantage for the Eagles. But here come the Chippewas the other way. It's Cooper in front. Takes another try there by McComas. Just off the pad of the goaltender Stiles. Here come the Eagles the other way now. Trying to fight for it is 25. That's Robert Nussbaum. It came back to Rowe. Rowe sent it towards the right boards. A group of players fight for it. No one controls yet. It's Simo trying to defend off. And a shot taken there by an Eagle for a stoppage in play. That was Maynard. .29 seconds left in this 4-on-4 penalty here. Assessed to the Chippewas for 2 tripping penalties on Joey Simon-Selly and Owen Campbell. Chips will control to their end through center. Trying to make a move is Kosnick. 1-on-3, can't do it. It's held here now by Maynard. Maynard blocked off there by Nadu. Nadu doing a good job killing this off. 10 seconds now left to go. A man advantage for the Chippewas. 25 seconds left to go. No one controls though. And it'll be the Eagles behind their net taking it. To the bench. Nadu has to regroup and settle back. Hayes throws this the other side. An icing called here. That was Campbell chasing after it, but referees didn't like that. So 7 seconds left to go. This faceoff will come back to the Chip zone in front of Rowe. Central up 2-0 in this game right now after 2. Trying to hold on to this lead. Eagles desperately trying to get something going. They're now 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. A shot taken there from the point. Missed. That'll do it for the period. Maynard tried one last chance on Rowe. To no avail. Central leads this game 2-0 over the Eagles after a second chance effort by Brendan Martin puts Central up 2-0. 10:40 into the second period. They'll both head off for another reset to go over their game plans. A really, really good period for Central. Taking the forecheck to this Eagles defense that's struggling right now to generate any form of offense, both on the power play and on 5-on-5. So a really good period here for Central. Rowe stopping all of these shots so far, trying to hold on for the shutout. We'll see if he can do it. We'll be back live from Martin Ice Arena here on CCHN. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Central Michigan Hockey here on the Chippewa Club Hockey Network. I'm Devin Sayre on the call for today's game here at the Martin Ice Arena in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, where Central Michigan right now leads the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles 2-0 in this game off of the goals scored by Owen Campbell, the freshman, in the first period about halfway through, and then followed up by the captain, Brendan Martin, on a second-hand chance that was shot by Justin McComas to make this a 2-0 game halfway through the 10:40. I was just joking with my friends over here next to me that Central might as well have scored a safety in this game because you can't tell if it's hockey or football being played right now the way this is going. But nonetheless, we start this third period in a couple of seconds here. Florida Gulf Coast getting ready to take the ice. A couple takeaways from that period is Central tiring out the first line of Florida Gulf Coast. Central able to shuffle all their third lines. We saw the fourth line of Jacob Kosnick and Owen Campbell out there for a while. And Florida Gulf Coast not really able to do anything on the forecheck. They had two power play opportunities that both failed on a 5-on-3 and a 5-on-4 opportunity. As here come the Chippewas taking the ice for the third period. With that fourth line we talked about, Jacob Kosnick, Ben Hrykkuk, and Hayden Flynn establishing their presence early on that second period to get some momentum. Florida Gulf Coast just doesn't seem like they can get anything going past center ice. There's a lot of sloppy play going on. We'll see if they can pick it up in the third and what their coach, Ben Myers, is preaching to them, or Brian Myers, excuse me. But if you're Florida Gulf Coast, it seems like you just start to have to find a way to get pucks deep and win these one-on-one battles. These big bodies for Central playing physical as they always do in that Central style of play and doing a good job taking away these opportunities. And Thomas Rowe standing on his head right now for the Chippewas, looking for his first shutout of the season following a strong performance against Davenport. So we'll start this third period of play in just a moment. We'd like to thank you all for listening in to the Chippewa Hockey Network. We'd like to remind you, for all news and scoring updates live from your D3 squad, you can head over to cmitchicehockey.com, the new home of Central Michigan hockey updates, where you can find out roster info, scheduling for these teams, as well as content updates regarding the CCHN daily. That's all happening on cmitchicehockey.com, the new home for Central Michigan D3 club hockey. Yes, we get ready to take the ice here. It's the first group back out here for the Chippewas. It'll be Jordan Cooper to take the draw out here at the top line, or rather Simon Selly. Jordan Cooper on the wing with Jacob St. Andre, Joey Simon Selly to take it, with Brendan Martin and Austin Whaley. The first pairings here as we start the third period of play. Martin sends this puck deep down the other side where Jordan Putnam, the forward from Esterly, Florida, has to chase after it. Here come the Eagles the other way, trying to get their forecheck on the board. Rowe stops that shot off his right shoulder. That shot taken there by number 16. Skylar Pettingill doing a great job tonight, having a lot of shots on net, but just can't get anything past the goaltender Rowe right now. Skylar Pettingill from Scarborough, Maryland. Excuse me, I think I said Massachusetts earlier. The 22-year-old from Scarborough played on the East Coast Wizards of the EHL and tied for the most. Apologies for the interruption right there. We had a scoring update. If you don't see it on your screen right now, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but it is 2-0 right now. Central Michigan leads the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles with 18:48 left to go in the third period. Central so far dominated the second period, with Florida Gulf Coast establishing forecheck and playing good in the first period. Just nothing to show for it right now. As here comes the Chippewas the other way. Here's Andrew Porzani, takes across for Nadu, tries a chance and just misses it. Fans on the shots. Porzo sends another one in front. That's one trying to get by Justin McComas, and he's taken off the puck hard by two Eagle players. Here come Florida Gulf Coast the other way. It's Michael Silzio in the zone, trying to make his own effort. No avail. Here comes Porzo trying to take it out of the zone. He sends it to Nadu. Nadu over the zone. It's McComas taking it. McComas trying to get something going. Chapman chases after on the right boards, and he's shuffled off the puck by an Eagle defender. That's number 27, Michael Rowe. The Eagles come back the other way. Here comes Matthew Briggs, the forward from Esterly, Florida. Briggs puts on the brakes, skates around Christopher Hayes, takes a hard check by Justin McComas at the right boards, and he'll skate gingerly back to the bench for a change. 17:41 left to go in this third period. Nadu trying to get it out of his own zone. He can't do it. It's Owen Campbell coming in to help. Cross-ice pass, failed attempt there by Michael Schmidt, intended there for Marcos Penke, as this puck came back the other way for a stoppage in play. Brian Myers, the head coach of this Florida Gulf Coast Eagles team. Assistant coach John Elzinga. I talked with Elzinga before the game, and he said we really pride ourselves on having fast skaters, and with a new forward group of freshmen that look to make a jump in offensive production for this team right now, they're shorthanded or shortcoming on any sort of scoring ability right now. They're trying to do it right now as Jacob Toy gets into the point for his defenseman, Robert Nussbaum. Nussbaum roughed up there by Owen Campbell, the freshman, doing a good job getting in there. It's now taken there by Isaac Gibbs trying to get in there. Isaac Gibbs took over the number 19 spot from the former captain of this team, referring to Brendan Nelson. Brendan Nelson, one of the top players in the ACHA last season for Central Michigan. That's a big departure for this Central Michigan squad that they're going to dearly miss, but what they lack in one man's offensive presence, they gain in four more. Stars, freshman stars, Isaac Gibbs, Owen Campbell, and Jacob Kosnick establishing their forecheck and shooting ability in this game. Aiden Gozdecki is another notable freshman out of this game right now, scratched from the lineup. We didn't really announce the scratches for this game, but for Central Michigan, Darsh Kiamchik, Luke Wild, Lauren Jones, Joel Drucker, and Aiden Gozdecki. Keegan Baker as well misses this game. So notable scratches for Central, but they still have four-man units out here for this group. And it'll be interesting to watch what Central does with their lineups throughout this season. They've got more players than they've had in about 3 seasons on this D3 squad, and they'll look to hopefully even up the production as they get later in the season and make their march towards nationals. There's 15:45 left to go in this period. But I think one of the things Central is trying to, we mentioned trying to sort of regain in their game is that strong scoring ability and evenly spreading the puck. Most of their top line in the scoring last year off Justin McComas, Jordan Cooper, and Joey Simon-Selly, to name a few, as well as Brendan Nelson. But in a team like this, trying to make a deep run, you need to have good production from all four lines. You need to spread the puck evenly and really win those one-on-one battles, and that's what Central's doing right here. It's a shot's taken there by number 13 of the Eagles, Tyler Davidson. But if you're Central Michigan, this is a very good showing to see that all four lines are close to getting on the board, if not about to. As here comes number 11 for the Chippewas. Kyle Chapman in the zone alone tries to throw a puck towards Stiles, the goaltender, and that one just up and out of play. 15:10 left to go in this third period. As Central leads this game 2-0, again, we apologize for this technical difficulties as you don't see a screen on, or a score on your screen right now, but I can assure you it is 2-0 right now for the home team, Central Michigan. Wearing their, from left to right, Central Michigan wearing their yellow, their gold and maroon teals with the central patch on their chest. To the right, you have Florida Gulf Coast wearing their blue, green, and white teals. We haven't mentioned him too much tonight, but the goaltender, Nick Stiles from Esterly, Florida, doing a good job for the Eagles. He's been the starter for this team in each of the last 2 seasons. And his best game last season came against the Liberty Flames in a 5-2 win, posted a 9.938 save percentage, saving 30 on 32 shots. He used to also play for the Boston Junior Bruins, and the shots taken there by Owen Campbell just missed the net. In 26 games played, he was a starter for that team and almost led them to a USPHL Elite title run in the playoffs. So Nick Stiles, no stranger to being the front man in a offensive group or a high-scoring team, but nonetheless, doing a good job here. Even though he's let in 2 shots so far, he's saved a lot of quality chances from these central forwards in front of the net, notably Joey Simoncelli, as the Eagles try to help him out a little bit and get on the board here. Moving in is Blake Harmon into the zone, trying to get something going. He loses it on his stick. It was corralled there by Simoncelli, and no reset. Over to Campbell. Simoncelli up the way for the captain, Brendan Martin. Him and Jordan Cooper together. 2-on-2 chance here for the right circle. Tries to throw one in front, blocked by an Eagle player. It'll be Cooper chasing after it, and it'll be sent back the other way of the ice by Ryan Olabia. Olabia out there a lot tonight, doing a good job in his defensive zone, taking away a lot of passing lanes in front of the net. One thing we haven't seen from the central group is have success making their plays in front of the net and creating those backdoor chances. The Eagles doing a good job on their back check, and we should give them credit in their defensive plays. A try in front again, and another pass in front blocked there, that time by Matthew Briggs. So the Eagles, if you're an Eagles fan, you're probably looking at this team and wondering where that offensive production is. Well, they're really not playing bad on the other side of the ice. They're taking away a lot of zones in front, making it difficult for players to get good shooting lanes. But Simoncelli trying to change that narrative as him and Chapman, or rather Kosnick, will move in. The 4th line back out here for the Chippewas. Kosnick in front trying to chance. That one's saved by the goaltender Stiles. Back to center. Trying to throw it back into the zone is Chapman. To no avail. It's sent back the other way here. Jack Luzzy chasing after it. Luzzy takes a hard check against the boards. The Eagles trying to take it in the Chippewas zone. It's Rowe behind his net. Has some help there from Chapman. Missed stretch pass to Baker. He'll go back off for a change. Coming out here is 24 for the Chippewas. That's Hayden Flynn. Haven't said his name much tonight, Hayden Flynn. Here's the Eagles taking a shot just off the left pad of Rowe. Nice save there. Eagles getting some sort of forecheck going finally. 12:09 left to go in this 3rd period. It comes back to the point for a slapper taken there by Nussbaum. But this puck comes back onto center. Nussbaum resets in his own zone. Chased after by Hayden Flynn. Nussbaum tries to get off the puck to Walsh to no avail. Walsh under his own net for the Eagles. Taken away here. The Chippewas getting a turnover. And the Eagles end. They set up shop in front of the net. Chance there for Chapman. Just missed left the pad of Stiles. Here come the Eagles the other way. And moving in is a blocked shot there for Jack Luzzy. And this puck corralled by, or rather up and out of play for a stoppage in play. Excuse my pause there. Luzzy trying to move it on a solo attempt, missed the net. I haven't said his name much tonight either, but Jack Luzzy, the freshman from Milford, Connecticut, played at Vermont Academy in 2019-2020 before the pandemic, and he led his team in scoring, posting 9 goals in 27 games for Virginia Academy. I would like to apologize to Florida Gulf Coast fans for any sort of butchering as well as nickname mispronunciation. I was given a few tonight by Blake Hartman, but haven't had the chance to use them. So, Putsy out here for the Eagles. Putsy throws one towards the net. Can't keep it in the zone, though. The Chippewas get it out. Here comes McCullis the other way of the ice. One-on-one chance. Wins the face-off there. He takes a backhand chance. Just missed the net there. One-on-one chance there for McCullis. Got the edge on the defender for the Eagles. And that fired up the Central Michigan bench. They're tapping their sticks. Proud of their forward for his individual effort. 10:54 left to go in this 3rd period. Central Michigan taking it to the Eagles right now. So, looking ahead for the Chippewas, they will take on Robert Morris University from Pennsylvania, the Colonials, next weekend. That is a doubleheader series on October 22nd and 23rd. For information on that game, head to SeawichIceHockey.com for all times and information regarding those teams. We will have that game live for you here on CCHN both days. I will be rejoined by my broadcast partner, Regan Cleese, on the call for our first double color and play-by-play call for the year. It'll be all live here on CCHN for your viewing pleasure. As right now, Central trying to close out this game. 10:30 left to go. The Chippewas on a power play here after a tripping penalty assessed to number 5. That was Blake Hartman in front of the net, trying to get a chance in front for Rowe, but Central not really needing this chance, but definitely thankful for it. They're going to try and get this bottom group of forwards to go for this group, as right now the third line is out there for them. Or rather, second, excuse me. Owen Campbell, Isaac Gibbs, and Keelan Baker. Interesting. Coach Tyler Cataline talked a little bit about this freshman group and how talented they are, and he's looking to keep their chemistry alive, especially coming from such a close background of high school players that all had a high degree of scoring presence on their teams. Isaac Gibbs led his team in scoring and led Novi to their district championship. Owen Campbell was one of the leading scorers at Jackson Libby Christie as well, or rather Jacob Kosnick, excuse me. And when we see Aiden Gosdecki back in action, he's the type of player that will want to get on the score sheet as well. So a lot of promising things happening from this young group, and we'll talk more all about it this week when we get into next week's broadcast and into the rest of the season. But another notable effort we should make note of tonight is how about Andrew Porzondik. Had a few good scoring chances. Hasn't been on the ice too much tonight, but has done a good job getting pucks deep for the Chips behind Styles and creating plays in front for them. So if you're a Chippewa fan, you're really happy to see all of these lines pretty much almost producing for this squad, on both sides of the ice. Penalty here assessed, though, to the Chippewas, number 2. And scored here by the Eagles. A shot from the right circle taken there by Ryan Olabia and gets them on the board. And that all of a sudden, just like that, it's a 2-1 game. The Eagles back on the board. Ryan Olabia off a face-off win for the Eagles in the Chips zone on a 4-on-4 advantage. Gets them even, and just like that, it's a 2-1 game. The Eagles score. So 2-1 here now in favor of the Chippewas, but the Eagles finally get on the board here, evading the Thomas Rowe shutout, and Central's not going to be too happy about that as Jordan Cooper tries to make an individual effort into the other end. It's Simon Selly now taking it. 4-on-4 still assessed here to both teams. 21 seconds left to go in this 4-on-4. The Eagles will have a man advantage for about a minute after this chance. It's another shot in front by Brendan Martin. Off a nice glove save there by Styles. Here's the chip. Simon Selly turns, shoots, blocked there. Here comes Hartman again. Just had a goal there, or rather Olabia. Olabia looking for 2 tonight. Olabia taking off the puck there. Nice defensive stand by Jordan Cooper. Number 78, Jordan Cooper flips this puck back out to center. They now head to the man advantage. Here come the Eagles trying to set up. They got a new group out here. It'll be that second line, followed with Michael Rowe. Rowe tries to get a stretch pass. Doesn't get one. Rowe will set up shop. He'll get it over to his forward. That's Sozio. Sozio and Rowe going back and forth with it. Back to the center it comes. Taken here by Nussbaum. To Sozio. Through center. Knocked off the puck by McComas. Sozio turns. One-on-one there with Christopher Martin. Here comes McComas on a breakaway chance. Almost 1-on-3 chance here. Justin McComas for the left circle takes a shot just over the blocker side of Styles. Simon Selly going after it. Can't get it from him. It's Rowe taking it. Gets it up the way for Davidson, and a big hit taken there by Chapman on the right board. The fans loving it by that. Power play is over for the Eagles. They now go 0 for 5 on this power play, but get one even on the 4-on-4 chance. 7:34 left to go in this period. The Chippewas trying to stay on the forecheck in this game right now, but the Eagles all of a sudden get some momentum. This puck will be sent back the other way for an icing. So this game not over yet. 7:24 left to go. Alarmian. We talked about him all night being in the offensive zone and just missing a couple chances and a few nice saves from Rowe, but it was sooner rather than later for them to get on the board. And now the Eagles are taking it to Central on the forecheck. So offensive pressure. Puck went back the other way in the zone. Baker goes after it, fighting with an Eagle player. It's taken here, controlled by the Eagles. That's Pettingill. Pettingill at the point. Controls. Gets it over to Luzzy. Luzzy sends it back to the point for a slapper chance. Missed in front. Behind the net, another try in front. Trying to send it in front is Luzzy. Lee takes it. Chased after there. The Chippewas get it out. Stretch pass here for Luzzy. Here he comes through the zone. Jack Luzzy from the slot. Goes to the right circle. Shot taken. Saved by Rowe. Pettingill took the shot. And Rowe holds on and holds it with his glove. 6:26 left to go in the third period. The Eagles pressuring Central hard here. They're going to try and get their top group back out here on the back check and to hold for Rowe in front. Brian Myers standing eagerly on this bench. He wants another goal for this Eagle team. He knows and expects this group to score more this year if they're going to make it back to Nationals, and it's what they're trying to do right now in this game. Martin sends it ahead. He'll send it for Keelan Baker. Simo tries to take it. And then that puck sent up and out of the boards by Brendan Martin. Davidson checked hard there by the captain. And Martin shaking his head. He's not happy with that one. So out here, the top line for Central Michigan. For the Eagles, it's Davidson along with a group of players. Putnam. It comes back to the Eagles zone. Fighting for on the right board, center in front for Simo, and blocked off there, off the stick of Nussbaum. Nice chance in front, getting his stick in the shooting lane. Something Eagles have done all night is taking away those shots on Styles in front, making it hard for Central defenders, or forwards rather, to get shots past these defenders. And Styles still staying on his head. Only a 2-1 game, 5:47 left to go in the third period. To recap a little bit, Owen Campbell and Brendan Martin got the scoring going for the Chippewas, and after that it stayed blank. But just recently, with about 8 minutes left to go in this hockey game, Ryan Olabia puts the Eagles within one. And just like that, Olabian's back out there on the ice now. He's there with his captain. Jacob Toy, the captain for this Eagles team, moving in. Loses it on his stick. It's taken here by a group of Chippewa players. Smushed up against the boards is Jacob St. Andre. St. Andre fighting here with Hartman, Blake Hartman of the Eagles. Stretch pass attempt for Nadeau. It's Hartman, sends it back to the zone after a failed stretch pass. Hayden Flynn tries to make an individual effort. 1-on-3, takes a shot on Styles. And a nice glove save there to stop the play. 4:56 left to go in this third period. He'll come back off the ice. They'll get fresh bodies out there. It's the second line of McComas out there. Face-off won by the Chips, but here come the Eagles the other way after they take it on the boards. It's Putnam. Putnam tries to get a shot off. Can't do it. It's taken at the point here by Elijah Lee. Lee sends it deep. Missed pass there for Matthew Briggs, and it will stay in the zone after a nice offensive chance by Pettingill. Pettingill doing a good job keeping on his stick. Pettingill gets it to Briggs. Briggs getting it deep. He sends it to Davidson behind the net. Davidson turns. Loses a blade. Defended there by Chapman. Against the wall, it's stopped. We're going to assess a stoppage in play here. 4:16 left to go in the third period. After that pack was sat on by an Eagle defender. Referees will reset this clock to 4:18 officially. Central leads this team 2-1 right now. But a nice job by the Eagles to finally get some shots on Rowe in front. Just need to clean up the passing. 4:12 actually, excuse me. The refs take off more time as the clock was counting down here, but the scoring box trying to get this straightened out here. There should be officially 4:18 left on the clock, but it's still counting down as we wait for the PAs in the box to get this fixed. Central up 2-1. For the Chippewas out here, it'll be Kyle Chapman, Christopher Martin, followed by the second line, Isaac Gibbs, Owen Campbell, and Keelan Baker. Chippewas win the draw. It's taken here by Martin. Martin lost it on his stick. Here comes the two freshmen. Isaac Gibbs chasing after it. Isaac Gibbs has the speed. Trying to get the edge on the defender. That's number 25 for the Eagles. Loses a blade, though. That was Nussbaum defending. Martin takes the body to McNamara. McNamara to Lussey. In front. A try by the Eagles. Saved there by Rowe. Here come the Chips the other way. A 1-on-2. It's Owen Campbell. Has one goal tonight. Looking for a second. Campbell stops. Waits. Taken out of the zone by Lussey. A big hit on the open ice there. Nice job by Briggs. Lasky taking the chance away. Oh, they're going to call for a penalty here. Lasky called a tripping penalty there. He took it to Nussbaum, but the referees didn't see it that way, so the Eagles are going to go to a power play. They're 6th of the night so far. Central still in penalty trouble. We talked about it earlier. They couldn't let themselves get on the penalty kill too much, but with 3:29 left to go, Florida Gulf Coast has a chance to even this game up. The faceoff will be taken by Olabia. Already has a goal here in this period. He's looking for another. He'll be out there with Briggs and Elijah. Shot taken there by Hartman, and a nice close save there by Rowe to shut that chance down. The group out there for the Eagles: Nussbaum, Briggs, Olabia, Sozio. Taken out of the zone here by Hayes. A nice job by Hayes to clear this puck out. 1:49 left to go in this power play. 3:15 left to go. The Eagles are down by 1 in this hockey game. Central, off the stick of Brendan Martin and Owen Campbell, lead this game 2-1. But the Eagles are fighting back. This second line out here for the Eagles, it's taken here and thrown deep by Hartman. Hartman gets it over to Hartman. Back to the point. It's Hartman again, playing tic-tac-toe with Briggs. Hartman takes a shot. Nice block there by Nadeau to take the body. Using his body as Nadeau, and Nadeau in an individual effort clears the zone. 1:12 left to go in this power play. 2:38 left to go. McComas moves up with another right boards. The Chippewas on this penalty kill, taking away the Eagles' chances. 2:29 left to go. The bench screaming, yelling, telling them to get up the ice. Here come the Eagles. It's the captain, Toy Jacob in front. Takes a shot. Missed high off of the glove. It's controlled here by the Eagles still. It's Pettingill. Pettingill couldn't control it. It gets out of the zone at the point. 40 seconds left to go in this period. Elijah Lee moves it in for Pettingill. Pettingill over to Davidson. Davidson behind the net tries to control. Checked there hard by Martin. Elijah Lee to Davidson. Back to Lee. Lee takes a shot. Off the post! Lee! Rowe just got a handle on it. And it'll be sent out of the zone by Ben Hrykkuk. Very close chance to tie it up by the Eagles. Here they come once again. It's now McNamara trying for a chance. Lost it on his stick. Sent back the other way, and Howard Jack will come off for a change. The Chippewas kill it. 1:25 left to go in this game. They might pull the goaltender. We'll see. Styles is motioning towards bench. Here he comes. 6-on-5 for the Eagles in the zone. It'll be Hayes to take him behind the net. He's there with Chapman. Hayes controls. Out there with Simo. And he sends it the length of the ice. There's a stoppage in play, though, for an out-of-play chance. The refs are motioning and icing, and it'll come back to the other side of the ice. So Styles will have to go back out there for the Eagles with 1:10 left to go in this third period. Central leads at 2-1. It's the top group out there. Simon Selly to take the draw. Simon Selly with a quick shot. Blocked in front by an Eagle. Bad pass there by an Eagle player. It's Jacob St. Andre. St. Andre on the backhand takes a shot just wide of the net. 54 seconds left to go in the game. The Eagles trying to get something going. They throw it deep. It'll be Martin taking it in his own end. Rowe sends this back to the boards. It's St. Andre there, tied up with Olabia. Olabia, here comes Chippewas on a one-on-one chance. It's Jordan Cooper for the empty net. He scored! Jordan Cooper sends the Chippewas home with a victory. 3-1 on an empty netter chance. And that'll just about put it away. A penalty kill late by the Chippewas to keep them ahead. And this one will do it. 38 seconds left to go. And Cooper gets on the board. His second goal of the season. The referees will talk over trying to reset the clock, but the Eagles dismantled on the bench here. Styles shaking his head on the other end of the ice. Nothing he could do tonight. He stood on his head very well, but this Central group just outworking the Eagles tonight. 33 seconds left. One last chance. Nussbaum tries to throw it to the end. Takes a hard hit by Nadeau behind the net. And Whaley will hold. Whaley and Baker. Fought off there by two Eagles players. Taken up by Porzo. The Eagles, on the second game of their three-game homestand, will fall to 1-1. Their first loss of the season. Rowe saves that one, and the Chippewas stay undefeated. They win it here, 3-1. As the team mobs their goaltender Rowe after another exceptional goaltending effort tonight. Rowe made a lot of great saves tonight for this Eagle team. Floating Gulf Coast can be proud of their effort tonight. Stayed within one. Almost tried this game up late by Olabia and a post shot by Matthew Briggs that just went wide of the net, but nonetheless, as they assemble for the handshakes at center ice. Central Michigan will walk out of here with their third W of the season. Official shot totals, 36 for the Central Michigan Chippewas, 28 for these Floating Gulf Coast Eagles, unofficially, as Owen Campbell, Brendan Martin, and Jordan Cooper score. Ryan Olabia for the Floating Gulf Coast Eagles gets them on the board for their one-goal effort tonight. But this team can be proud of what they had tonight. They didn't have as much offensive pressure and scoring as they maybe be liked. But when you play a physical team like the Chippewas, that's just what you have to expect to win a game here. So they give stick taps to the fans here for their proud effort tonight. They'll come off the ice and be cheered by these fans. Central Michigan wins it 3-1 here from Martin Ice Arena. We thank you for listening in to tonight's coverage of this game broadcast. A very close fought game by both teams, but Central walks out of here with their third W. They'll go on to Robert Morris next week. As for the Floating Gulf Coast Eagles, they'll take on Davenport to finish their three-game road trip in Michigan tomorrow and try to close this out with a winning record in this series. Tyler Cataline with a smile on his face, walking off the ice proud of his team's defensive effort. Played their style of game all through three periods and come out of here with the win. So that'll just about wrap it up for our coverage of CMU hockey here on the Central Chippewa Club Hockey Network here from Martin Ice Center. We thank you for tuning in to this game broadcast. We will be back next week for our game against Robert Morris for a doubleheader, 2 back-to-back games here at Martin Ice Arena for a 2-game homestand as the Chippewas look to stay undefeated as they march early in this season. So for Devin Sarah, Calvin Keys, Ricky Cleaves, and the rest of our Central Michigan broadcast team this season, we say thank you and have a wonderful night.